I was watching the Joe Rogan, or I should say, I was listening to the Joe Rogan and the RFK interview, the podcast. And I tell you what, like, I think everybody should listen to it. And I know, I'm only an hour in. I haven't heard the last couple hours, but it was super interesting to hear him talk and give specific information, dates, and people that were involved, and names and stuff. And so it makes it extremely believable. And I honestly believe what he's saying to be true. It does make sense. It's what happens when you take your eye off of something and people are able to manipulate it and just tell you, well, this is what it is, but you don't know what's behind it. And I think that's like something that has been kind of part of my journey, is that it is so true. As I've gone down different roads, like trying to open a business and all the obstacles that the government has put in place, and then everybody at every stage of that interaction that I'm having while I'm trying to create this business, they're implementing these rules that have been put in place for business owners, knowing statistically that 66% of businesses fail. And no one along this chain, everybody's just punching in and punching out and doing their section of this job. And it kind of ties in, because I don't think that every single person that is involved in, this big old beast of the pharmaceutical companies and stuff like that, even truly realize what's going on. It is mind blowing how many people just do their portion of the job without ever understanding all the things that are interwoven in that, or ever asking questions why they perform a task or not. And I have always been someone that wanted to know about the jobs before me and the job, what happens after my portion is done, because I want to be able to do it efficiently. And I guess maybe I'm just nosy and curious, but I think that is so important for us to understand, is that not everybody involved in this is bad, but it is some dark individuals. And, I've shared it with a couple people, and I try to share the different things I learn. A lot of people are just like, why do you care? Why do you care? And why do you want to hear this negative stuff that we can't change? And, I guess there's two ways to look at everything. And for me, I look at it and I'm like, I guess it is kind of dark. It is kind of disheartening to know that other people, other human beings are aware of what's going on, and that greed and money is more important than life, I guess, or fellow human beings and community and all of that. And they've gotten so disconnected. And I think that's what truly happens with money, is you lose the connection and the humanity, I guess. I don't know exactly what word I'm looking for here, but that important to connection. And I just, I don't want to go off on this total, ramble, but I completely believe what he's saying. And I believe it because everything that I've ever done, or I've ever tried to look into, and I talk to so many different resources on things, whether it's a government agency, whether it's, for the business, or because I had an autistic son and I was trying to figure out how to navigate that stuff. It doesn't matter. Even the 401k policy, you have so many people that are connected to these different things. And these are just the three that I've dealt with specifically. And a lot of these employees, and I call them employees, they don't know and they don't care. Most people are just treading water and trying to survive. And so I think it's so important as human beings to really try to learn more about what it is, the task that we're performing. How is it connected to the bigger piece of the pie? Even if it's just as simple as, being someone in a big business, understand that role, understand what's going on. And I think it starts to develop a different mindset. We need to be more curious. Curiosity is very, very empowering, because when you get curious, you go out and you search for answers. And I think that's empowering. I think understanding that bad things do happen also means that good things can prevail. And there's always been a power struggle between good and evil. And I don't know. I'm only an hour into that special, and it just really resonates with me as far as wow, when we stop being engaged as a society and we stop asking questions and holding a check and balance system for these officials that we put in place in the government, and they just run away with it. And there's a lot of different programs, even with veterans. There's so many different things I go off with that I've been experiencing, maybe for another video. But I appreciate anybody taking the time to listen. And I hope everybody's having a good day.